Welcome to a place where people are rigorously tested. A place that tests a person both physically and mentally. A place where some pass, but most fail. Welcome to the Mercury Laboratories. Welcome to the Mercury Laboratories. This time around, we begin our sixth test of our little experiment, which of course is titled Xscape 6. This time around, we have 3 returning and 2 brand new test subjects to take on our course. For stage 1, test subjects will have 1 minute 35 seconds to take on our 8-part obstacle course. Penalties will deduct 10 seconds from their time. First, test subjects will have to make their way across the rock line, which is immediately followed by the number cruncher EXQ. Then they'll have to make their way across the metal track and then get over the hurdles. Then they'll have to cross the Deceptor and then answer their question at the number cruncher EXA. After that, they'll have to get across Heaven's Gate and finally make their way up the rope climb and press the button to stop the clock. Will anyone pass the first stage this time around? First up is test subject number 21. This is his first time in the Mercury Laboratories, so let's see how he does in his big premiere.
3, 2, 1.
The clock starts and he sets off to take on the rock line. He gets past that very quickly, and his question is, what is 29 plus 72? He's going to have to memorize that answer and answer at the number cruncher EXA. Now on to the metal tracks. Now this time around, oh, he knocks it off as I was about to say. Oh no, another one. This time around, the bars are a lot easier to knock over, so you have to be extra careful on the metal track this time around. He already incurred 2 penalties, so he has to move. He gets over the hurdles very quickly, and now into the Deceptor. Requires a lot of balance, and he looks off balance, and oh, that's another penalty. He's got to finish it. He gets across, now to number cruncher EXA. He's got to answer his question correctly. He answers 141, and that is incorrect. The correct answer was 101.
3,
he is low on time now. He gets across the Heaven's Gate, but unfortunately, he has run out of time. Test subject number 21 is eliminated. A relatively nice showing, but unfortunately, just too many slip-ups has cost him his chance to go on to stage 2. But at least he was able to finish the course. Next up is our other newcomer, test subject number 127. He looks ready to go, but let's see how he'll do on his debut in the Mercury Laboratories.
3, 2, 1.
The clock starts and he makes his way across the rock line very nicely onto the number cruncher EXQ. His question is, what is 13 plus 81? That sounds relatively simple. Let's see how he does when he gets to the number cruncher EXA. Now he carefully makes his way on the metal track. Those bars, oh no, he sets off the middle bar. And oh, the back bar falls off too. That's unfortunate. He's already endured 20 seconds in penalties. Just like test subject number 21, he gets over the hurdles very quickly, and oh, he slips off the Deceptor. Very reminiscent of the last run we just saw. He answers 94 correctly. He starts making his way across Heaven's Gate. He's going at an okay pace. He gets across just nicely, and he makes his way onto the rope climb. He has a chance at this. If he could do it right now, he should be able to do it. But it appears that he is unaware of how much time is left, and he is running out of time. And that's it. He's run out of time. He didn't get to go when he did. It appears he wasn't aware of how much time was left, and so it might have cost him. He's definitely struggling with the rope now, so it's hard to tell if he would have made it or not had he gone right away. But he did look tired. So, due to some miscalculation, test subject number 127 has also been eliminated. Alright, next up is test subject number 8.0. Last time we saw him was in test 3, where he made it all the way to the 3rd stage, but unfortunately was eliminated by the pole hanger. How will he do now?
2, 1.
Clock starts and he carefully makes his way across the lock line, no problem, onto the number cruncher EXQ. His question is, what is 11 plus 46? That sounds relatively easy if I don't say so myself. Now he carefully makes his way onto the metal tracks that have been quite tricky so far. He inches his way, he knocked down the back one, but he was able to recover the front bar very nicely. And only one knockdown. So far, so good. And he gingerly, very carefully, slowly makes his way onto the hurdles. Gets over both very easily. Now onto the Deceptor. He hops from the post, doesn't even touch the bars. Now he gets the number cruncher EXA, and he answers 57, and that is indeed correct. He has about 35 seconds left as he makes his way off across the Heaven's Gate. His height definitely helped him out there. He favors his left shoulder. That might play a factor on the rope climb. Makes his way up carefully. And with his face, he touches the button. And hey, we actually have someone who passed. Wow, that hasn't happened since test 4. That's kind of sad. But hey, someone made it to stage 2. There's actually going to be a second episode this time around. Hooray! And now, next up is test subject number 45. We saw him in test 5, where he was one of the 4 people who got eliminated in stage 1. Meaning that everyone was eliminated in stage 1. But enough about that. Let's see how he does. He makes his way across the lock line just nicely and onto the number cruncher EXQ. His question is, what is 80 plus 60? I'll give you a hint. The answer ends in a 0. Let's see if he can actually remember his question by the time he gets to it this time around. And he is now standing on the metal track full force, and it almost worked. The middle bar fell off and he incurred a penalty. He gets over the hurdles very quickly and now onto the Deceptor. And he too jumps from post to post. That seems like a very helpful strategy. And now he answers 140, and he actually remembers the answer this time around. Plenty of time still left on the clock as he makes his way across Heaven's Gate. Seems to be slowing down. And he gets across just barely inside the OK zone. And now he jogs to the rope climb. Still plenty of time left on the clock. Wraps around the rope. Takes a quick breather. He gains his composure. And now he makes his way up the rope climb. He starts struggling a little bit. But you notice the way we tied it, we made it a little extra hard that way. And he touches the button. And he passes with 14.1 seconds left. And we have a second person moving on to stage 1. That is double the amount of people from test 4. That's good. And now last up is test subject number 22. Despite success in the past, he has gone through a slump and has failed the first stage in both test 4 and test 5. How will he do this time?
2, 1.
The clock starts and he makes his way across the lock line. He gets on the number cruncher EXQ, and his question is, what is 46 plus 89? Looks like he's taking time making sure he knows the answer, and he makes his way onto the metal track. And right away he knocks down the first bar, tries to be a little bit more careful, avoids the other 2. Now he gets over the hurdles, first one, not as gingerly as other test subjects. Now onto the Deceptor, gains his balance, and he gets across nicely. Now to answer his question, he answers 135 and is correct. He jumps onto the Heaven's Gate, starts moving his way, and it looks like he's struggling a bit. He tries to swing his body, and he makes it into the landing zone. He has about 30 seconds left as he makes it onto the rope climb. Now the past 2 times he had a lot of difficulty climbing up this obstacle. If he can't make it up, it's all over. And that's a 10-second penalty because he fell into the out of zone area. Less than 5 seconds now. Can he somehow get the strength to try to climb this rope? Oh, unfortunately, he has timed out, and yeah, he can't do it. For the third straight time in a row, test subject number 22 has failed the first stage. He looks very discouraged. Finally, we have more than one person who passed the first stage. The last time this happened was in test 3. And this is test 6. Next time, we finally head back to the second stage. How will our 2 remaining test subjects do on a course that they've never tried before? Tune in next time to find out.